everybody. My name is Wendy Kovacs. I'm the current president of the Ocean County Artists Guild. And today I'm here with Laura Wagner, who is the youth director for Ocean's Harbor House of Toms River.
Ocean's Harbor House has been around for over 30 years. We started by a group of concerned citizens that saw a growing need, population of youth that needed an emergency use shelter. And they stay with us for up to 18 months. We don't just provide a shelter to them, we teach them how to cook, nutrition, how to food shop on a budget, how to budget in general, financial literacy. There's not many housing options in Ocean County. People don't realize that there's some counties that do have a shelter through the government or through the local county or something like that. But in our county, if we weren't there, there wouldn't be one. We are funded by the state, the county, the town, and the community. And the community we look for more than ever because there's a lot of restrictions with state and federal funding. It changes a lot and it might not adhere to specific needs here. And we want to serve all youth that come to us that we feel we can serve. So that's why we really rely on donor support, community support in general.
So this year we were thrilled when one of our trustees, Russ Whitman, donated the funds to be able to give you this gift of art supplies, as well as sponsoring a bed for the organization. So we want to thank Russ very much for that.
I feel like it's a very hidden problem. And I went to a lot of fairs and a lot of places where I would visit and explain about Harbor House. And I had so many people come up to me and they were like, I stayed there. And they all said the same thing. We're definitely probably the first point of contact after a crisis. So it is a significant moment in someone's life, but it was also very brief. So they didn't mention that. And it is a basic need. It is stressful when you don't have a safe place to stay at. But the number one thing they said was the counselors and how they impacted their lives. They were a catalyst, pivotal moment in their early young adult years. So that's the number one thing I hear. I know a lot of them end up going into social work because it made sense, but even just showing them art and just showing them and exposing them to as many experiences as possible can broaden their scope of what they're capable of and what they could get into. I think a lot of our youth don't say that they are homeless because there's shame, and maybe not shame of how they feel, but how they're perceived. I think that's the biggest issue, that people don't realize it's a need, or they think that the services are there supporting them, it's already in place, and it's really not. This is a very needed area in the nonprofit world. It would be a very last resort for youth to come to us. That's why when the weather changes, all of a sudden we get knocks on our doors because it's that last resort. I could sleep in my car for the summer, but now the weather's really turned and this is a last resort. And anyone that works in foster care would notice this. There's a peak in cases right after the holidays or right after people settle down after summer break, because the teachers, once they get back into the groove of things, they start to notice little nuances that put up a red flag, and then they do referrals. And we really lost that. And teachers would say, I notice the students absent a lot, I can't really engage with them, and we're missing that. So there are lower referrals, but we know it's a higher need due to the strain of families and the increase in substance abuse, mental health calls. And youth just don't report themselves. So we're trying to educate the community as much as possible to refer people to our services.
In this case, we wanted to, as we have in the past, support the work that they do. And the fact that this year I found out that there were more younger people at the shelter just broke my heart. So we wanted to bring an art aspect into it, and that's why we thought that we would collaborate with you, bringing you the art supplies and then publicizing the art of those students, within the range of what can be done, to bring more awareness of your organization so it becomes a cyclical thing. And we just felt like we've been challenged this year at the Guild, but we've also been very lucky with donations that we've received. And that's why we felt that we were going to give as opposed to asking people to give to us.
oceansharborhouse.org. We have a donate page, and we also have a wish list page. Around the holidays, we have a list throughout the year, and we update it constantly to what's needed at that point in the year. But on our donate page, you could donate directly to us.
So we wanted to also present you with a, again, thanks to Russ Whitman for the donation that he gave us, we were able to purchase all these supplies, and we wanted to give you a donation of a sponsor the bed,
Thank you. That's awesome.
which I'm sure you can put to good use. And
Yeah.
maybe one day there'll not be a need for so many beds to be sponsored.
Yes, and the community bed, the community supporting the bed allows us to just, when a bed's available, any youth that we know is in need can go stay with us. So thank you so much.
Here is a bunch of very heavy and very wonderful creative tools.
Oh, this is awesome.